John had a daughter?
I didn't just screw up my life, man. I screwed up everybody's lives, and apparently everybody's lives in the future. Felt like when these aliens got here that finally something had happened I didn't cause, and maybe I could make up for everything I'd done to everybody, but
I think we should be on the up and up with everybody. We gotta tell them. We're going up against a bunch of aliens, and you want to tell people that their lives might have been affected by time travel? One sci-fi problem at a time. You made a mistake, Barry. It's part of the job. But we can't deal with it today.
What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on The Flash Season 4. Now, this is going to be a theory video which is going to date back to Season 3 of The Flash during the crossover when there was the 2056 Barry Allen message that Jefferson and Stein got when they said there is a war is coming, Barry Allen will be called back to Central City. It's the message that Rip Hunter sent to Rip Hunter, and he wanted to be kept secret. Well, a lot of people thought this was about Savitar, and I on my channel said it couldn't be because there was no war. Savitar wasn't much of a war, but I suppose a little bit could have been about that. But what I'm going to suggest is that the 2056 message was actually about Crisis on Earth X. Now, why do I say this? Because this is a war. I know, let that sink in a minute. It's a war. So why do I think this? Because the message said a war is coming and you're going to be called back to Central City. Now, I know what you're going to say. He's already back in Central City. But indirectly, he was called back to Central City because of the Thinker. The Thinker somehow helped Cisco develop that kind of sphere ball to trick the Speed Force, and I also think that the Speed Force is going to realize that Barry Allen isn't inside that, and there's going to be some ramifications happening inside the Speed Force. This video is very theory centric, so let's get into it. So I think that everyone should know by the end of episode 2 of The Flash that we've already had, when we already have one metahuman in Iron Heights. It appears that the Mechanic and the Thinker want at least 12 metahumans to be in there. Now, there's many theories going around. There's theories like he's trying to steal Barry Allen's speed, and stuff like that. But I think it's clear that the Thinker isn't going to kill Barry Allen. He wants knowledge. He wants to gain something from Barry's time inside the Speed Force. Now, I think indirectly the Thinker is going to create the Crisis on Earth X. But what I can't get my head around is why is this kind of, we see from leaked images, behind the scenes kind of stuff, that it appears that they're going to attack when Iris and Barry Allen are just about to get married. Now, why would they do it at this exact point of time? Guys, comment down below. I cannot think, why would they attack when Barry and Iris are just about to get married? So let's go back. So the message said a war is coming, you're going to be called back to Central City. Now, during this crossover, literally everyone's going to be there. I don't think Rip Hunter's going to be there, but literally everyone's going to be there, and it's dubbed as the kind of the good versus the evil. We know there's a bit of a war, so this is the first war we've had inside the Flash, in my opinion. Now, yes, I know there's some flaws to this theory, but it's a lot stronger than saying the 2056 message was about Savitar when Savitar was one person. A war usually suggests there's multiple people taking on multiple people, and there's casualties. We know during the crossover someone is going to perish. I mean, we can all tell who that is, but I'm not going to ruin that for people who don't know. I mean, you could say this theory is very weak, but I think the Thinker is going to create a metahuman army to do something against Barry Allen. But that's not to do with why I think the Thinker indirectly is going to cause Crisis on Earth X. Now, guys, this is going to be a brief theory, but let me know, do you think the Thinker actually caused the Crisis on Earth X? Why these people from Earth X, which I suppose if you go by Roman numbers will be Earth 10, why would they decide to attack during episode 8 when they're just about to get married? It's a really strange time to pinpoint where they're going to be. Now, is the Thinker from the future? Yes, I think that the Thinker is actually from the future, because a lot of things he's doing insinuate he's seen the future. And the whole scene when he said, I'm thinking, I think that was just to clarify that he's called the Thinker, because people are calling him Clifford DeVoe, but he's not actually, the mechanic's not referred to him as Clifford DeVoe. There's been no conversation that says, I am DeVoe, I am the Thinker. He's thinking. He wants all the metahumans inside Iron Heights for some reason, and I think that he will cause Crisis on Earth X because it's all going to be correlate to the main story arc post crossover. Now, I know what you're going to say, guys. The crossover is never linked to the main narrative of the storyline because it's a crossover over 4 shows. And yes, guys, I totally understand. But I actually posted a similar video to this months ago. It literally was months ago. It was back in July when I said, did Barry 2056 actually warn us about the Thinker and Crisis on Infinite? Basically warn us about the Thinker, and I think he was referring to the Thinker, but I also think somehow they are going to tie the Thinker to this Crisis on Earth X, and I think it would be pretty clever if they did somehow correlate this whole thing to the Thinker created Crisis on Earth X, because he needs Barry to be away. He needs to do something with these metahumans whilst the Crisis on Earth X is happening. But at the same time, most of this storyline is actually going to be happening on Earth 1, because I don't think they've got the budget to create a complete new Earth set. Because if you look at Earth 3, we very rarely see Earth 3. We've seen Earth 3 briefly when we had the Trickster and we had Jay Garrick going at each other, that bank robbery kind of scene. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think about his theory. It's not the strongest one, but I think the 2056 message was actually warning us about either the metahuman war coming to Central City with the Thinker's army, or it was warning us about Crisis on Earth X. So there's 2 theories inside this. Let me know in the comment box down below. I also want to know, why does this kind of like overkill, evil Prometheus, Blitzen, but it looks more like we're getting a reverse Flash from Earth X, and like them kind of people, why are they going to attack during Iris's wedding? It just makes no sense. Why didn't they pick it beforehand? Now, I know from a logical point of view, they have to do the crossover towards the end of the first half of the season, but it doesn't make sense why they pinpoint that actual time. So guys, please like, subscribe and comment, and that would be awesome if you want to. Let me know what you think about the video, any ideas of why this is all going on. I'm so absolutely hyped for the crossover this year after the very disappointing Dominator invasion. That was very disappointing in many ways. But at the moment, this crossovers are looking amazing, except for the masks that kind of look a bit dodgy. But I guess they're doing that for budgeting reason, and also to keep the identity of who's behind the mask a secret. I don't really think they need to reveal who's behind like Prometheus' mask. A lot of people saying it's going to be Colin Donnellan, aka Tom Merlin, because he was filming for 10 hours. I don't really think that's going to be the case, but I am quite looking forward to it, and I understand why they're using Tom Cavanagh, Harrison Wells instead of Barry, because everyone didn't like the evil Barry storyline last year. But I just think it would have been received a lot better if they just revealed Savitar earlier. But I don't know, there was a lot of plot holes, that storyline. I mean, the whole time remnant thing would have made more sense if it was a Zoom, the kind of time remnant that Barry created when he defeated Zoom. I would think that would have made more sense. But let's not get into a conversation about Savitar. Anyway, guys, let me know if you think I'm right about the 2056 message being about Crisis on Earth X, or about the metahuman army coming to Central City that I think we're going to get each week. We know we've got I can't even remember now. We know we've got the lady, the not trickster, the lady that can the luck be a lady. I can't remember her name, but the person that creates good and bad luck. Anyway, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. See you later. Goodbye. Catch you later. Bye.